Welcome to Amazing Life 1 channel guides. Today, you watching Helen Mirren British actor lifestyle, biography and beautiful photos. I hope you enjoy this video. Like, share, subscribe channel. Thank you for watching video. Your favorite actress, model, singer, celebrity, biography, photos, images. If you want to see, please comment.
Starting.
Biography. Dame Helen Lydia Mirren dB Mirrenoff, born the 26th of July 1945, is an English actor. Mirren began her acting career with the Royal Shakespeare Company in 1967 and is one of the few performers who have achieved a triple crown of acting, having won the Academy Award for Best Actress in 2007 after two previous nominations for her performance as Queen Elizabeth II in The Queen. She received an Olivier Award for Best Actress in 2013 for her West End performance in The Audience, in which she also portrayed Elizabeth II, and in 2015, she won the Tony Award for Best Actress in a Play for her Broadway performance in the play. The Audience was written by Peter Morgan, who also wrote The Queen. Mirren won 3 consecutive BAFTA Awards for Best Actress between 1992 and 1990 and her first of several Emmy Awards in 1996 for her performance as police detective Jane Tennyson on the British television series Prime Suspect, which ran for 7 seasons between 1991 and 2006. Some of her other notable film roles include Marcella in the 1984 film Cal, for which she won the Cannes Film Festival Award for Best Actress, 2010-1984, The Cook, The Thief, His Wife and Her Lover 1989, The Madness of King George 1994, Teaching Mrs. Tingle 1999, Gosford Park 2001, Calendar Girls 2003, The Last Station 2009, Hitchcock 2012, and The 100-Foot Journey 2014. She played Victoria Winslow in the action comedy films Red and Red 2. In 2003, she was appointed a Dame Commander of the Order of the British Empire DB for services to the performing arts. In 2013, Mirren was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and in 2014, BAFTA announced that Mirren would be the recipient of the Academy Fellowship Early Life and Family. She was born Helen Lydia Mirrenoff at Queen Charlotte's and Chelsea Hospital in Hammersmith, West London, the daughter of Kathleen Kitty Alexandrine Eva Matilda Nee Rogers, 1909–1996, and Vasily Petrovich Mirrenoff, 1913–1980. Her mother was English and her father was Russian, originally from Kuryanovo, Smolensk Oblast. Mirren's paternal grandfather, Colonel Pyotr Vasilievich Mironov, was in the Imperial Russian Army and fought in the 1904 Russo-Japanese War. He later became a diplomat and was negotiating an arms deal in Britain, and he and his family were stranded during the Russian Revolution. The former diplomat became a London cab driver to support his family and settled down in England. His son, Helen's father, anglicized the family name to Mirren in the 1950s and changed his name to Basil Mirren. He played the viola with the London Philharmonic before World War II and later drove a taxi cab and was a driving test examiner before becoming a civil servant with the Ministry of Transport. Mirren's mother was a working-class Londoner from West Ham, East London, and was the 13th of 14 children born to a butcher whose own father had been the butcher to Queen Victoria. Mirren considers her upbringing to have been very anti-monarchist. Mirren was the second of 3 children. She was born 3 years after her older sister, Catherine Kate, born 1942, and also had a younger brother, Peter Basil, 1948–2002. Mirren was brought up in Leigh-on-Sea, Essex. Education. Mirren attended Hamlet Court Primary School, Westcliff-on-Sea, where she had the lead role in a school production, Hansel and Gretel, and St. Bernard's High School for Girls in Southend-on-Sea, where she also acted in school productions. She then attended a teaching college, the New College of Speech and Drama in London, housed within Anna Pavlova's old home, Ivy House on the North End Road, which runs from Golders Green to Hampstead. Aged 18, she auditioned for the National Youth Theatre NYT and was accepted. By the time she was 20, she was playing Cleopatra in the NYT production of Antony and Cleopatra at the Old Vic, which led to her signing with the agent Al Parker Theatre early years. As a result of her work for the National Youth Theatre, Mirren was invited to join the Royal Shakespeare Company RSC. While with the RSC, she played Costiza in Trevor Nunn's 1966 staging of the Revenger's tragedy, Diana in All's Well That Ends Well 1967, Cressida in Troilus and Cressida 1968, Rosalind in As You Like It 1968, Julia in The Two Gentlemen of Verona 1970, Tatiana in Gorky's Enemies at the Aldwych 1971, and the title role in Miss Julie at the Other Place 1971. She also appeared in 4 productions, directed by Braham Murray for Century Theatre at the University Theatre in Manchester, between 1965 and 1967. In 1970, the director, producer John Goldschmidt made a documentary film, Doing Her Own Thing, about Mirren during her time with the Royal Shakespeare Company. The film was made for ATV and shown on the ITV network in the UK in 1972 and 1973. Mirren worked with Peter Brook's International Centre for Theatre Research and joined the group's tour in North Africa and the US, during which they created the Conference of the Birds. She then rejoined the RSC, playing Lady Macbeth at Stratford in 1974 and at the Aldwych Theatre in 1975. It was reported by Sally Buman in her 1982 History of the RSC that Mirren, while appearing in Nunn's Macbeth 1974 and in a highly publicized letter to the Guardian newspaper, had sharply criticized both the National Theatre and the RSC for their lavish production expenditure, declaring it unnecessary and destructive to the art of the theatre, and adding, "The realms of truth, emotion and imagination reach for enacting a great play have become more and more remote, often totally unreachable across an abyss of costume and technicalities." According to Buman, there were no discernible repercussions for this rebuke of the RSC, West End and RSC. At the Royal Court Theatre in September 1975, she played the role of a rock star named Maggie in Teeth and Smiles, a musical play by David Hare. She reprised the role the following year in a revival of the play at Wyndham's Theatre in May 1976. Her performance earned her the London Critics' Plays and Players' Best Actress Award. Helen Mirren. Career. Helen Mirren joined the British Theatre Company, Royal Shakespeare Company, in the year 1966. While being associated with this prestigious theatre company, Helen performed numerous plays, and all of them are noteworthy. In the year 1967, she played the role of Diana in All's Well That Ends Well, a play written by Shakespeare. In the years 1968, 1970, and 1971, she performed in the following notable plays, namely, Troilus and Cressida, As You Like It, Two Gentlemen of Verona, and The Other Place, respectively. A director named John Goldschmidt made a documentary movie on Helen's theatre experience with the Royal Shakespeare Company. In the year 1970, she debuted in a Broadway show. In the year 1990 for With a Month in the Country, Helen Mirren starred in 76 films, including providing voice work for some, and some of them were also documentaries. She received many awards for her role in these movies. She played different kinds of roles. She did movies ranging from horror to comedy and was excellent in what she did. She also acted in the TV series named Prime Suspect. Helen Mirren. Dating, boyfriends, husband, kids. Helen Mirren had been in a relationship earlier. She was seen with Liam Neeson during the shoot of their movie named Excalibur from the 1980s. They remained very close to each other. She has lived with him for an extended period of time, although she never married him. They were in quite an intimate relationship. Later, Helen got married to Taylor Hackford. Taylor was a movie director. They became friends in the beginning and later decided to get married to each other in 1986. Helen Mirren is currently living with Taylor Hackford, and they are pleased together. They form a perfect pair together. However, Helen has never been a mother, as she had never felt any emotions towards being a mother. Also, she doesn't hold any regret for not being able to become a mother. Helen Mirren has also written an autobiography of herself. It was the perfect presentation of her life and career in a kind of picture book stuff. She has written more than 200 pages in it, and it profoundly explains all her life events. Helen Mirren has also stated that she is an atheist. Although she believes in spiritual stuff, she doesn't believe in God. Helen Mirren. Net worth 2023. The net worth of extremely talented artist Helen Mirren is estimated to be around $100 million. She has done a lot of films. Helen has also played well-known characters in famous plays. All of these have inevitably contributed to her net worth amount. Gender female, age 78 years old in 2023, date of birth July 26, 1945, real name Helen Lydia Iranoff, profession actress, nationality British, birthplace Hammersmith, London, England, zodiac sign Leo, height Weight and physical stats. Body measurements 37 to 738 inches. Body type hourglass. Height 5 feet 4 inches 1.63 meters. Weight 56 kilograms. 123 pounds. Hair color gray. Eye color blue. Helen Mirren. Education. School Hamlet Court Primary School. College Middlesex University. Helen Mirren. Career. Profession actress. Debut film Press for Time 1996. TV show Reading Rainbow 1996. Family and relatives. Father Vasily Petrovich Mironov. Mother Kathleen Alexandrine Eva Matilda Rogers. Brother Peter Basil Mirren. Sister Catherine Mirren. Marital status married. Husband Taylor Hackford. M. 1997. Past relationships Liam Neeson 1980 to 1985. Taylor Hackford 1986. Present awards and recognition. Personal life Mirren lived with actor Liam Neeson during the early 1980s. They had met while working on Excalibur 1981. Interviewed by James Lipton for Inside the Actors Studio, Neeson said she was instrumental in his getting an agent. Mirren married American director Taylor Hackford, her partner since 1986. On 31 December 1997, his 53rd birthday, the ceremony took place at the Ardursier Parish Church near Inverness in the Scottish Highlands. The couple had met on the set of White Nights. It is her first marriage, and his third. He has two children from his previous marriages. Mirren has no children and says she has no maternal instinct whatsoever. Mirren's autobiography, In the Frame, My Life in Words and Pictures, was published in the UK by Weidenfeld and Nicholson in September 2007. Reviewing for The Stage, John Taxter wrote, "Sumptuously illustrated. At first sight it looks like another of those photo albums of the stars, but between the pictures there are almost 200 pages of densely printed text. An unusually frank story of her private and professional life, mainly in the theater. The words clearly Mirren's own, delivered with forthright candor. In 1990, Mirren stated in an interview that she is an atheist. In the August 2011 issue of Esquire magazine, Mirren said, "I am quite spiritual. I believed in fairies when I was a child. I still do sort of believe in the fairies and the leprechauns, but I don't believe in God." In a GQ interview in 2008, Mirren stated she had been raped as a student and had often taken cocaine at parties in her 20s and until the 1980s. She stopped using the drug after reading the since debunked tabloid tale that Klaus Barbie made a living from cocaine dealing. On the 11th of May 2010, Mirren attended the unveiling of her waxwork at Madame Tussauds, London. The figure reportedly cost £150,000 to make and took for months to complete. In 2012, Mirren was among the British cultural icons selected by artist Sir Peter Blake to appear in a new version of his most famous artwork, The Beatles' Ask Edie Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album cover, To Celebra.